Miss K. Today we're talking about quadratic trinomials. It's your girl Miss K. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe.
Those that are new, welcome. To those that are coming back, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Well, since they said we must make our lessons enjoyable, I hope that was enjoyable. Today we are going to talk about quadratic trinomials, and there are a few things that we need to take note of. We need to have something like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, what we are going to be taking note of is the sign of in front of c and the sign in front of b. The sign in front of our c term should make major decisions for us. The first examples we are going to look at when we have a plus in front of c. The other two examples will be when we have minus in front of our c term. Now, plus in front of c just means this was our ax squared plus bx plus c. So our c is a positive 12. When you have a positive sign in front of c, that tells you that you have the same signs in your brackets. Same signs in your brackets. So remember, factorizing means we are putting brackets. So this sign is telling you we have the same sign. Which sign? Sign in front of b. Sign of b, the b term. So by that I just mean, like here, we see it's positive in front of c. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that we will have two brackets. Those two brackets will have the same sign. That's what positive c means. And that sign is this sign. So it means we will have a plus and a plus. We just need to see what are we going to put there. And I'm going to show you how. Now, the first thing you want to do is write down your factors of a. You write them down going and coming back. So we have 1 and 1. Then we write down factors of c. So factors of c are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. 1, 2, and 12. And what we are going to do with it, it's such that when we say 1 times 1, we get that. We get the 1, our 8 term. When we say 1 times 12, we will get that. 2 times 6 gives us that. This product will give us the c term. Now, we will need to choose a pair on this side and one of these pairs on one side that will, if we apply the sign in front of c, we are going to get a b. By that, I just mean here it's an obvious choice. We will just have 1 and 1 because we don't have to write it there. We can write it, if there was some space there, we could have written it down. But this is an obvious choice because that's the only choice for the a. But now we go to this, we need to work it out like, if I put 1 and 12 there, and I say 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 12 is, so this product will give me 1, this product will give me 12. If I add them, because the sign in front of c, 1 and 12, does it give me 8? No. So it means that choice won't work. So I need to visualize the following. I need to say 1 times the top number there plus 1 times the bottom number. That product cross multiplying. Does it give me that? The pair I choose must give me that. But because there's already 1, 1 here, it makes things even easier. So it just means I'm just going to add the 2, which gives me 8. It's 6 and 2, or 2 and 6. So it means I'm going to have a 2 and 6. Doesn't really matter because it's 1, 1 here. Doesn't matter where you put the 6 or a 2. But because we know, please take note, what this means is that this is our first bracket, this is our second bracket. So it means, but because we know 1 times 1 gives us 1, but for it to give us x squared is if we have 1x times 1x. So it means here we have xx because it came from this one. Then we know that we already chose the signs, so it's supposed to be plus because this tells us first same sign, which sign, that sign. So if this is telling us same sign, which sign, that sign, we already put our signs down. So it actually tells us that we are going to say, okay, our final answer will be x plus 2 and x plus 6. In the end, when you remove, it should be able to take you back there. I'm going to go through once more, just to make sure that you master it. Remember, what we do is, we look at the sign in front of c. What does the positive c tell you? It tells you same sign in those two brackets. Which sign? This sign, the sign in front of b. So it means I can already write down, visualize my brackets, how they are going to be. Because I know this tells me same sign, which sign, that sign. Then I see that I now need to choose factors, I list them going and then list them backwards such that the products will give me that C and that A. So I've done that for 1 and I've done that for 12. I now choose a pair from this side and a pair from that side such that when I cross multiply them, by cross multiplying I just mean like we chose 1 and 1 and 2 and 6. When I say 1 times 6 and I apply the sign in front of C and I say 1 times 2, cross multiplying, this is 6 plus 2, it gives me 8. So it means it's a good choice because it must give me B. So it means I have chosen the right pairs. So I choose that. And now I just need to know the brackets. I don't choose them by cross multiplication. No, I choose them the way I have the top numbers and the bottom. The top numbers are for the first bracket, bottom numbers are for the second bracket. Then I'm done. Then we go to the next one. Remember, this is already telling me same sign. Which sign? This sign. So it means my two brackets will have same signs. They will all have the sign in front of B. That is only when the sign in front of C is plus. So take note, plus sign in front of C, same sign. Which sign? Always take the sign in front of B. It's not always that it's plus, sometimes it's minus. So it just tells you same sign, which sign, this sign. Same sign, which sign, this sign in my brackets. Then I now start with the factors. So here I have 1. So obviously here I have 1, 1. Then I list my factors of 72. So those are my factors of 72. I can already see because this is 1, 1. I can already see because this is 1, 1, it's an obvious choice. And I can already see 8 plus 9 is going to give me 17. So I'm going to choose that. So it's 8 and 9 or 9 and 8. I already remember that this means same sign. So it means it's this sign, minus, minus. Also know that this will be AA because it needs to give me A squared in the end. When I say 1 times 1, 1A times 1A should give me A squared. So it means my final answer will just be A minus 8, A minus 9. And I'm done. So I need to be able to look for those factors. Okay. So that is what you do when you have a plus in front of C. Okay. It's easier when there's a 1 here because then you just focus on the other one. But now I've added something in front of, like change the A from 1 to something else. Then, and also C, the C there we have a minus. So let's see what we do when we have a minus. C, our sign in front of C is negative. So it means that must tell you that we have different signs. This must tell you that we have different signs in our brackets. Different signs. Negative C means different signs. So our brackets will be different signs. It just means one will be a plus, one will be a minus. But we need to be careful because those are the different signs, right? But we need to be careful which one takes the minus, which one takes the plus. We need to be very, very careful there. So first thing we are still going to do is list our factors 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We list them going and we list them coming back. We choose a pair here. It doesn't really matter because we have two options. We can choose whichever one. So then that just means we need to be careful when we choose on the other side. So we have chosen 1 and 2 this side. So we have 1 and 2. Now we need to choose a pair such that when we cross multiply and subtract, this time we are subtracting because the sign in front of C is minus, it gives us this 3. So if we take 1 and 2 and we say 2 times 1 is 2, right? But 1 times 2 is also 2 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So this is not going to work. So we are going to go for 2 and 1. 2 and 1. So it means this product, when we multiply these two, gives us a 4. When you multiply these two, gives us a 1. And a 4 minus a 1 gives us a 3. So that means that's our perfect choice. So it means we have now chosen the right pair because it gives us the B10. Now we just need to be careful. We need to, at the back of our mind, we still remember that this is still our first bracket, our second bracket. Doesn't matter which one you write first, which one you write last. As long as I know this is our one bracket and the other one is at the bottom. Because there's a Y there, I must also not forget that there's a Y here, Y there. Y here, Y, so that Y times Y, 1Y times 2Y gives me 2Y squared. So I should not forget that. Then I need now to choose which one will give me the big, which one will take the minus, which one takes the plus. And this is where you want to pay attention. So please take note, 2 gave me a bigger answer. These two are the ones that will take the signs. It's either the top or the bottom. But because this product gave me the bigger answer, this product, that number takes the sign of C. So that one will be minus, the sign of B. So that will be minus. And then obviously, since they have to be different, the other one needs to be a plus. The moment you go and say 1y plus 2 when it's supposed to be 1y minus 2, you're going to be wrong. So it means when you come and write here, the one with the minus is the y minus 2. So I'm going to change that to the y minus 2. And this one is the 2y plus 1. And I'm done. What did we do there? What we did was we chose the product that gave us a bigger answer when we cross multiply and subtract or add to choose B. But because it's minus, we subtracted. And the one that gave us a bigger answer, that's what takes the sign of B. So then obviously if the sign of B was plus, we would have written plus. But because it's minus, we used minus. So obviously the other one will take the other sign, the opposite sign, since they have to be different. Okay, B, we still have a minus C. But before we get to quadratic trinomials, we do see that, remember, pause the video, try, then you can continue. Remember, here we see that they have something in common. First, before we go to quadratic trinomials, we want to factor out 2. Then it will be x squared. That is by common factor because it's possible. So that is the first thing I need to exhaust first. So it's x squared plus 4x minus 5. Then I close it. Now I can factorize this because now it's simplified, but I must not forget my 2 behind. So I'm going to focus on this and I apply my quadratic trinomials. I'm going to be a little bit faster, but you want to pause and try, then you can continue. Remember, coefficient is 1, 1, so obvious choice here is 1. But it doesn't mean I could not have done it here. It's just that I might have a bracket that I still need to factorize again. Then I go to 5, it's 1, 5 and 1, 5. So obviously it doesn't matter also here because it's just 1 and 5. So we have our choice is 1, 1 and 1, 5. Now remember, this first term should take x because it was x squared. It was the x squared term, the A. So remember, this means minus means different signs. So I'm going to say, okay, this means different signs. So which one between 1 times 5 and 1 times 1, which one gives me a bigger answer? It is going to be, why did I choose 1 and 5? Because 1 times 5 minus 1, which is 5 minus 1, gives me the 4. If I've written the 5 there, it's still going to be the same. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. Because on this side, I just have 1, 1. That is why I didn't emphasize on that. And then I know that, okay, different sign. This one gave me a bigger answer. So it will take the plus. Because it always takes the sign in front of B. But then it just means the other one needs to be an opposite one. Because this tells me different signs. So what do I have in this case? I have x minus 1 and then x plus 5. But then I know together I must still include my 2, so it will be, therefore my final answer is 2. Then I have x minus 1, x plus 5, and I'm done. Now please take note that whether you decided to write, because one person could have decided or chosen to use this 1, 1, 5, 1, still perfectly fine because here it's 1, 1, so it doesn't make much of a difference when you multiply 1 times any other number. It's just going to be the same whether the 1 is up or at the bottom. So this is still going to be 5 minus 1 and still going to be 4. Why minus? We are applying the sign in front of C. So please take note of that. This means if that was my choice, then I know I'm going to do this, gives me the bigger answer. So this takes the sign of B. So the other one is obviously going to be minus. So it will still be the same because it's x, so it's x plus 5, x minus 1. Except that that person would have written x plus 5 here, x minus 1 here. Which is also perfectly fine because 2 times 3 means 3 times 2. Doesn't matter which one you write first, as long as it's the product. As long as you have not mixed up your sign as well, the signs. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe.